Welcome to the world of football. The transfer market is in turmoil and teams are already starting to make moves for the next season. And today, we're going to talk about Chelsea, one of the most powerful clubs in Europe, which is preparing a release list with 15 strong names. The board wants to remodel the squad and bring new players to the Blues, and for that, some athletes will have to leave the club. Do you want to know who these players are and what the reasons for their departure are? So, follow this video until the end and stay updated on all the news from Chelsea in the transfer market. The first name on Chelsea's release list is left-back Ben Chilwell. Signed by the club last season for £50 million, the player was unable to replicate the good performances he had at Leicester City. Despite participating in 27 games for Chelsea in the Premier League, Chilwell did not establish himself as an absolute starter and lost space to Marcos Alonso, who was crucial in the final stages of the Champions League. With the arrival of coach Thomas Tuchel, Chilwell's situation worsened even more, as the German coach prefers a tactical system with 3 central defenders and only 1 left back. Therefore, Chelsea would be willing to negotiate the player for a lower value than what they paid last season. Clubs like Manchester City and Manchester United have already shown interest in having Chilwell's services next season. Thiago Silva, the 37-year-old Brazilian centre-back, arrived at Chelsea last season as a heavyweight signing. With extensive experience in European football, having played for clubs like Milan and PSG, the player soon became one of the pillars of the Blues' defense. However, last season, Thiago suffered from some injuries that kept him out of some important games. In addition, his contract with the English club expires at the end of the season, which raises the possibility of him leaving Chelsea in search of new challenges. Despite his great talent and leadership on the field, the London club is considering the possibility of releasing the defender to renew the squad and reduce the wage bill. It is still unknown what Thiago Silva's future will be, but his departure would be a big blow to the Blues fans. Mateo Kovacic is a Croatian midfielder for Chelsea, who arrived on loan from Real Madrid in 2018 and has since been an important player for the club. However, his lack of goals and assists and the competitiveness of Chelsea's midfield may make him dispensable for the upcoming season. Kovacic is a technically skilled and versatile player, but his potential departure would be a difficult but necessary decision to maintain the team's competitiveness. Cesar Azpilicueta, also known as Dave, is a Spanish defender who has been playing for Chelsea since 2012. He is one of the team's oldest and most respected players, having captained the team on several occasions. However, Azpilicueta is 32 years old and may be considered a declining player. He had some moments of inconsistency in the last season and may no longer have the same speed and physical endurance as before. With the possible arrival of new defenders for Chelsea, the club may consider releasing Azpilicueta to renew the squad. Christian Pulisic is an American forward who has been playing for Chelsea since 2019. He had a promising start at the club, but suffered from injuries and a drop in performance in the last season. However, Pulisic is still a young and talented player, with great potential to develop and become an important piece in Chelsea's team. With the preseason and the possible arrival of a new coach, Pulisic may have a new opportunity to show his worth and regain his place in the team. According to the Portuguese newspaper, with the arrival of João Felix, Aubameyang understands that his space at Chelsea will decrease even further and is interested in returning from his loan to Barcelona. For the Spanish club, the striker scored 20 goals in 38 games. Furthermore, the newspaper reports that Barcelona has consulted with the Spanish league to evaluate the feasibility of Aubameyang's return, considering his high salary. Atletico Madrid is also reportedly interested in having the Gabonese player to fill the gap left by João Felix's departure.